Hello. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. And I'm going to do a 5-minute presentation about the program, and then we're going to give Alex and Madoka a chance to speak about the program from their experience. And I've also got some very short videos from a current program student, an alumni of the program, and a designer who hires a lot of program students and grads to work for her at her studio. So let me just get my presentation up and then I will share the screen and jump in. Sorry, I just realized I can't enter full screen and do Zoom at the same time. So I'm just going to share and we'll make it work. Okay, you all can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So in this 5-minute presentation, I want to touch upon a few of the key reasons you might consider MassArt's Communication Design Certificate Program if you're looking to launch a career in communication design, which could be graphic design, branding, UX, UI, marketing design, or many other related job or career titles. Or if you're just looking to add some communication design skills to your current skill set or upskill the design career you may already have. The images that you'll see in my presentation are all student work from this program, and you can see there's a wide variety of project types that we cover: print design, such as magazines, posters, brochures, tickets, and other marketing and informational materials, as well as interactive design for websites, apps, and tablets, and full brands, starting with logo design, expanding out into both print, digital, and various swag items such as t-shirts, branded tote bags, etc. Sorry, I'm just moving my slide. There we go. The first reason you might consider this program is that MassArt is known for its top quality education on the whole, and also specifically known for high quality graphic design, now called communication design programs. As the only freestanding public art and design college in the US, MassArt was established over 100 years ago as a place for those with artistic inclinations to learn a trade that would enable them to channel their artistic skills and talents into a practical career that would serve the public. Over the last century plus of existence, MassArt and our communication design programs have earned a national reputation for a rigorous education where the standards are high and the graduates are very skilled. Speaking of graduates, the Communication Design Certificate Program has been in existence for over 40 years, and we have a great many grads working happily and successfully as professional designers and using their design skills as part of jobs or careers in other ways. Many students are able to begin applying their design skills in the workplace without or before completing level 3. Our students are often able to get jobs doing some design work after completing level 1 or 2. We constantly check in with our alumni, with professional designers, and employers in the field to make sure our curriculum is up to date, providing an education that will get students the jobs and careers they want in the contemporary workplace. You might think in an online program, you're not going to feel like part of a community, or it might be hard to form relationships and make connections. But since we've become an online program several years ago, we've worked really hard to find ways to make sure those nurturing peer relationships and those connections with designers in the field still happen. And they're incorporated as a key aspect of the student experience in our program. There are many opportunities to meet professional designers, learn from them, ask questions, and follow up individually with them if you want. including not just our instructors and our program's professional designer mentor on staff, but alumni and professional designers who serve as portfolio reviewers, guest presenters, and guest critics. Designers are artists who solve real-world problems with thoughtfulness and creativity. People often think we're just hired to make things look good, but the looks are just the tip of the iceberg. If you've ever used an app or gone onto a website and been very frustrated trying to figure out how to use it or find the information you want, you often wonder, who designed this? Don't they have any understanding of how to make something that's easy to use? So that's a big part of what good design is about, and a big part of what you'll learn in this program. But also, design can bring delight, it can bring joy, it can make something fun and exciting for people to see or use, it can make a person feel comforted or reassured, or in other ways emotionally enhance a person's life. In this program, you'll have many opportunities to explore how you can bring your own ideas and your individuality to creatively shape visual experiences that are memorable and unique to enhance the experience of the audience or users. And lastly, the biggest challenge for us running the program is one that we take very seriously as a priority: how to balance the educational needs for students and grads to get the best jobs and best career opportunities available with the fact that you might be working a full-time job, you might be raising a family, or have other important things going on in your life that you can't just drop to do school full-time. As the skill set for designers continues to change and grow, it is always top of mind for us to maintain as quality education as we can that's doable for busy adults. We work closely with our students to make the program work for them because we really care about each student as an individual, and we care about your struggles as well as your success. So thanks for listening. That's it from me. And I'm not sharing anymore, right?
No.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to turn the floor over to Madoka Fukai, who is a student in level 3 of the program. She'll almost be completing the program very soon, right?
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, so hi, my name is Madoka, and as Alyssa just said, I'm currently finishing up level 3 of this program and final portfolio. Just sort of like a quick background on me, I graduated with a degree in fine arts like many years ago. And I think I enrolled in this program fall of 2021. And before this, I had like fine arts training, but zero training in design whatsoever. I've worked full-time as a pharmacy technician throughout the entirety of this program. And just a few months ago, I started freelancing for Lindsay Hill Design, who I think you might meet in a video later. And it's actually just been like a total dream landing this gig, like going through this program. And like, I honestly couldn't have done any of it without like Alyssa and this program, and through having like a portfolio to show after finishing level 2 and just being introduced to Lindsay as a mentor via one of my favorite teachers from the program. And I also just wanted to reiterate like what Alyssa said about making like actual real life connections with people, even though it's an online program. I've met many of friends through this program. I've collected numerous numbers of my colleagues, and we've like gone out for drinks in person. So like, it's not just an online program. It becomes very fulfilling.
Thank you so much. And Madoka's going to stick around, so you'll have an opportunity to ask her some questions to hear about the program more from the student point of view. I have one more student to share with you a short recording. This is going to coordinate everything here. So the 2-minute video that I'm going to show you was recorded by Danilo Martinez, who is currently a student in level 1 of the program. So he's like at the, Madoka's near the end of level 3. He's just kind of taken a couple courses in level 1, and he's taking 2 courses this semester. Danilo attended an arts high school and was interested in design, but then he pursued an MBA with a marketing concentration. In the MBA program, he found the most enjoyable courses to be the ones that touched upon design. So after completing that master's degree, he enrolled in the communication design certificate program. Okay, so let me just cue up this quick video. And
currently,
I think I can just share it, right? Yeah.
I work in the tech industry as an instructor at Apple, focusing on technology with an emphasis on accessibility. So in the future, I aim to move further into this space and eventually transition to a more strategic role where I can contribute to the development of accessible and equitable design in technology. I believe that, continuing to hone my craft and developing a deeper understanding of design will allow me to make a meaningful impact on how technology serves diverse users, especially those with unique accessibility needs. As far as the experience in this program so far, the experience has, well, it's been incredibly rewarding, I will say. One of the key things that I've enjoyed is the emphasis on typography. So instructors will frequently mention how typography is the backbone of good design, and this idea is definitely reinforced throughout all the assignments, and just learning about the differences between serif and sans serif typefaces, and just understanding when and how to use each of them has been particularly enlightening to me. And also the program has introduced me to a lot of tools and concepts that have significantly improved my efficiency as a designer. Learning about paragraph styles, master pages, and column grids, to name a few, has not only made me more organized, but also more mindful in my approach to design. And I found that becoming more disciplined as a designer naturally leads to being a more thoughtful one too. So what I love about the program overall is that there's a balance as well between structured projects with also more open exploratory assignments, which allows for personal growth and also self-expression as both an artist and a designer.
Okay. Next up is Alex Barbosa, who has been teaching in this program for many years at this point, I think. So Alex, yeah, you have the floor.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Barbosa. I teach intermediate typography. I love seeing familiar faces, like I had Madoka in my class a couple of semesters ago. Danilo's currently in my class now, so it's funny watching that video and hearing him talk about the emphasis. It's stuff that we're actively working on in class this semester. But I teach intermediate typography. I've been doing it for about 4 years, 4 years now. My background, I graduated from MassArt in the graphic design department in 2012. And then I started working at a branding agency, did that for about 5 years, went to a marketing ad agency, went to a startup after that, and currently I'm an art director over at Zipcar. I got started with this program doing guest reviews. So I'd come into the class, Alyssa would ask me to come in and review some work. And I really just loved the projects that were coming out of her class. It made me feel excited just watching the students kind of build these concepts and work on these projects and seeing the beginning, seeing the end product, but not really seeing the beginning. I was kind of jealous of that. So I was a guest critic, and then I was a guest presenter where I was sharing my work that I was doing in the industry to Alyssa students. And then I had the opportunity to become an instructor, and it's been fulfilling. I love the stuff we do. I try to keep the coursework really close to what I do in my own profession, 9 to 5. So I harp on concepts, typography. We kind of go through the full gamut. These guys, again, looking at Madoka because it's been so long since I've seen you. But yeah, if we're in intermediate type, we have a lot of fun building projects and concepts and working on typography for 15 weeks.
Thank you. I just want to mention, I'm not sure I did at the beginning. So we're going to be finishing up our presentations at 6:30, and then we'll have a full half hour for Q&A, you guys to ask, anything you want to ask. So we've just got a couple more short videos to show you. The next one is going to be Lindsay Hill, who Madoka mentioned that she's currently doing some freelance work for. So Lindsay Hill is a professional designer and owner of Lindsay Hill Design, a branding and communication design firm in business for over 30 years. Lindsay has for many years been a reviewer for level 2 and level 3 portfolio reviews in our program. So she sees the students present their portfolios as if they were presenting them in a job interview. And she gets so excited about the students that she wants to hire them all. So she actually has frequently hired students in our program and graduates of our program, and has been kind of an ongoing mentor for students getting their foot in the door and helping them then go on to their next step. So I've just got a couple of minute video from Lindsay, which, oops, I closed my tab, so I have to reopen it. Sorry about that. Pull this up and then I'll show you. For some reason it's
Speaking to my experience with working with
yeah, all right. I'm sharing right now, and then we're gonna see the video. And I'm supposed to share sound too, right?
I heard the sound a minute ago.
Yeah. Oh. Here we go. We should go back to the beginning. There we go. Okay.
Speaking to my experience with working with program students and grads has been fantastic. I've employed many, many students that I just mentioned and grads over the years. I am fortunate to be able to select the cream of the crop of the students and give them real world hands-on experience. After a couple of years, they are eager to experience an agency environment, and I'm able to make introductions for them with all of the people in the agencies in Boston that I know. Then I bring in new talent. I'm currently working with 3 graduates of the program, which is absolutely fantastic, and they are such true talents. The next question that I was posed was, what is your general impression of the program, students and grads? My answer is simple. It is my go-to program. I think very highly of it, and it's obvious, or I wouldn't keep working with them for decades on end. The program is very successful in giving students the skills they need to make it in the real world. If the program feels the student needs extra help, they reach out to me or other professionals, I assume, for private and or group mentoring. It is a win-win for everybody. I absolutely love being a mentor. I love working with students. I'm a natural at it, and I just love to help, people in need get to where they need to be.
All right, that was Lindsay. To conclude my portion of the program, I've just got one more video to show. Izzy Walter, who is a graduate of level 3 of the program and currently works at Boston's Museum of Fine Arts, made this short video. She made it outside the Museum of Fine Arts, so you'll see some of the work that she, well, I'll let her show you. All right, let me cue this up. You know what, I'm going to share first, so when it starts playing, it'll just start.
I also met so many people through the program that helped me find this job at the MFA. I remember one of our guest critics in my Foundations of Graphic Design class worked at the MFA in the job that I have now, like about 10 years ago. And we connected during that class. So I reached out to her when I was ready to apply for this. and she gave me a long informational interview about what it would be like to work here and what I should know before the interview the next day. So I felt really confident going into it. So in conclusion, I love MassArt. I think you should consider it if you're interested in being a graphic designer and really having those skills in your tool belt. But it'll really push you. The classes do really ramp up by the end, and all of the instructors really push you to expand your projects and make them better and better as the years go on. Something that they kind of do as the classes get more advanced is we go back to old projects and completely redo them. So there's always the chance to grow, and taking that feedback and not taking it personally will really help you grow as a designer. And there are the banners I designed. Bye.
Oh, love Izzy. She's great. Okay. So thanks so much for watching those videos. And I'm going to turn it over to Joe, who is going to tell you some things about the application deadlines and whatever he wants to tell you.
Hey everyone. So yeah, if you're interested in applying, the application is now open. It's online. I'll post a link when I'm done talking. I'll put it in the chat. And the deadline for application for a start in January is November 1st. So you've got plenty of time to apply. You've got about a month. So the application itself is fairly simple. It doesn't require a portfolio for level one. So if you think about level one, it's just the application. There's a resume, statement of purpose, which is very important. And if you have transcripts, you don't have to submit them for level one, but we would ask that if you have them to submit them anyway, because if you're planning to go on to level 2 and 3, we'll need those to advance you into those levels. So as I said, it's a pretty simple application. It's all done virtually online. It's just a template and filling out and submitting it. We'll be doing reviews shortly. So if someone's already applied, we'll be looking at them within the next couple of weeks, and you should hear from us shortly. So that's all I've got. And obviously, if you have questions about the application process, I'm the person to come to. I'll also put my email in the chat along with the link to the application page.
Thanks, Joe. We get 4 more minutes before we start the questions. So anyone have something they want to mention that they didn't get a chance to say? I'll just mention about the applications. Yes, level 1 application is very simple. And actually your statement of purpose need not be more than just a paragraph telling us why you're interested in the program. We just want to make sure that your interests align with the right program. Sometimes we get someone who says, I really want to learn more about animation. So we want to make sure we steer them into the animation program. Sometimes, people get a little confused. So if you're applying to level 2 or level 3 to start directly at one of those other levels, that would mean that you've got a portfolio of graphic design work, communication design work that you can show that would be equivalent to what we teach in level 1. So if you do want to, if you do have some design experience or you've had some design courses and you're not sure, where you fit in, feel free to get in touch with me and we can talk about it and get a feel for where it would be appropriate for you to start in the program. And the only other thing I wanted to mention about applications is the deadline is November 1st, but we do review them on an ongoing basis. So you don't have to wait till November 1st to get it in. If you send in your application tomorrow, we'll probably be looking at it, next week. And we notify people, as time goes on, rather than just waiting till the end to notify everyone. So if you want to know sooner, just get your application in sooner, and yeah, we'll be happy to take a look at it. As Joe says, any questions, email him. If it's a question for me, he'll turn it over to me, or if it's something he can answer, he'll answer it. But we're happy to take any questions. And speaking of questions,